Yo guys, what's up? It's Nick here, and today we are going to be doing a little experiment with hot potato books. Let's just head over to the auction house first so I can do a little bit of explaining. Anyways, a while back I bought the stack of enchanted baked potatoes for 5 million, which is an alright deal. We can look it up again. Enchanted, if I can spell right. Enchanted baked potatoes, where are they at? Okay, there's not any for 64. Okay, here we go. They sell for about 5 million. Like, see, sometimes people, I don't know, put like a max price, but they're really not going to get that. Sometimes 4.8. I'm going to say these probably won't go. People are probably bid 5.5 on them. But every once in a while you can get them for lower, but I'd say 5 mil is a pretty average price to pay for them. I have a bunch of clay right now to sell still as well. But anyways, we're just going to be crafting all of these into the hot potato books ourselves and selling those individually, because let's check out the hot potato price. Where is that hot potato book? Ending soon, because they sell for about 100k. So yeah, 195k is what those are going for. I mean, these ones still have a bunch of time left. I guess these still do have a pretty good time left as well, but you know, they're gonna go for probably around 95, 100k, maybe 75, depending on how, like, if you get unlucky. But you can do the math yourself. If you buy a stack of enchanted baked potatoes for 4.5 or 4.6 up to 5 million, and you sell them each for 100k, you're gonna be making some profit. I mean, you might lose a little bit money on some of them, like if you sell a hot potato book for 75k or whatnot, or if you sell like a bunch of them, you might lose a little money per, but overall, in theory, we should be making a lot of money here. So I'm just gonna go collect a bunch of paper from my sugarcane farm, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we got 3.2 million coins from all of our clay. I actually dropped a stack, but shout out to that guy, ZimNMM. He gave it back to me, which is I'm very surprised. But anyways, we are up to 34 million, guys, and hopefully after we get our hot potato books sold, we will be up to hopefully like 40 million, I would hope, but we'll see. This is peak player hours kind of on a Saturday, so I'm hoping that we are going to get some big money here. Anyways, now I'm going to go collect some sugarcane and craft some hot potato. Alright, I think I've collected enough paper, hopefully, anyways, and I'm just gonna spam the hot potato books here. I wish I had more inventory space, but yeah, this stuff takes up a lot of inventory space. And I'm just gonna throw it all into these backpacks, and this is gonna take a long time to sell, because I'm gonna have to create a lot of auctions, because you can only auction 14 items at a time, I believe, if you guys didn't know. And we have 64 items to auction, and ooh, we just leveled up our carpentry level. I'm not too sure how much time I'm gonna put them up for. Thinking probably an hour would be the best time, since like I said, it is peak hours as I'm recording this. So I think a lot of people are on. So I think that's gonna be the the best time I'm gonna get to sell this stuff. And looks like that is everything, actually. I thought that would take up way more inventory space, but I guess we have like 2 backpacks full, and we have half of another one almost. So that is perfect. We'll just throw our paper back in there and head over to the auction house. Alright guys, we're back here at the hub, and Alright guys, we're back here in the hub. I like going into the private hubs to put stuff on auction and sell stuff. Like as you saw when I was selling the clay, I accidentally dropped something. And, if you're in the auction house and you accidentally drop something or mess something up, there's going to be a lot of people here to pick it up. So I just like being here in a private lobby. Basically. But anyways, we have 14 auctions. Worth $2.7 million. 260 bids. That's quite a lot. But anyways, it's just mostly candy from the last Spooky Festival. 36 bids on that. Yeah, some of the green candy really didn't go for that much. Then this one went for like 80k. I don't really know. I had some go for a little more. 230. Yeah, green candy is very, very weird in pricing. I think it's just people really wanted to overpay. I don't really know. But The purple candy actually went for a lot. 800k right there, 670. 600 is average, so But anyways, we got 2.7 million, so let's just collect all that. We are up to 3 mil already. Awesome. Now I have to just put everything up on auction. Like I said, I'm just going to create 1 hour. I'm going to start it at 10. And we will see how it goes. I'm going to put all 14 of them up right now, and I'll see you guys back here. Alright guys, we got everything up on the auction. I just put it up for 1 hour. I'm not sure if I'm going to sell everything today. I'm just going to say probably depends on how much people are paying today. Like if there are a lot of people that have been bidding, I'll probably put up some more. But this, I might just do this over a couple days. Like maybe I'll do the rest tomorrow, or I'll just span it over 3 days because, you know, you don't want to run out the hot potato market and just end up losing a bunch of money. Another little tip I have for you guys is if you are losing some money, like if one of your hot potato books are going for like 50k and you know someone is on that's going to bid more, just have someone, like if you're in a guild, hit up someone in your guild and tell them to outbid it. And you know, if this person in the guild wins it, then you just pay them back. Maybe give them a little extra for helping you out if they want some extra money. And then you just put it back up on the age, or just save it for another day, so then you don't lose a bunch of money. Another tip is, I would definitely recommend putting your items for not very many coins, especially if it's something people want a lot. Like put it for 10, or if the starting bid is really low, like 500 coins, you can just leave it. But I wouldn't really put a starting bid on it unless it's an item where not very many people are wanting it and it's going to be worth a lot of money. Because otherwise then you're probably going to lose a lot of money if you just put it up for 10 coins. But yeah, it's just way better to put it up for 10 coins, because then people can start bidding more and potentially overpay by quite a bit, because they're like, well, I'm not going to let this kid have it now. Like, the fuck, it's mine. I don't know. That's just how I imagine everything going down when people have bidding wars. But anyways, I'm going to be back here in an hour, and hopefully we made a lot of money from this. I'm just going to go around in each of the lobbies for, I'll probably go through the lobbies like once or twice. That's usually what I like to do. You just start in Hub 1 if you can even get in. Half the time I can never get into Hub 1. But then you just start like some message like cheap hot potatoes, books, 1 hour, and then you just say, and then you have to put some like symbols in front of it so people can see it in chat. Yeah, it's just something along those lines, and then I just go and teleport to each hub and spam it. Or don't spam it, I just put it like once. Then I come back probably like 10-15 minutes later and do it again when the books are getting closer to being done. Anyways, I think that's kind of all the auction tips I have for you guys, and yeah, I'll just see you guys back when the auctions have ended. Alright guys, we are back here at the auction house, and all of the auctions ended. Sadly, we only got 1.35 million. Not the best, but to be honest, we could have got along a lot worse. Potentially, we could have made a lot more as well, obviously. Some of them did go for a little bit less. Like 75k is pretty good. That's probably what you're going to get the average of most people paying for. 66k, that could have been outbid. I really wish I had like 76k. 76k people will still outbid to like 92k is about what people will pay. Some people pay like 80. This guy is paying 100, 92k, 100. So those are kind of what the ones where you make, where average you out and you kind of make a little bit more extra money, are the ones where people pay 100k. Whereas 76k is, you know, just like an okay price for them. But anyways, I'm just going to put the next 14 I have here on my inventory up for another hour. There are still 25,000 players on, so I've decided I might as well put it on because, you know, I think this is probably the best chance I'm going to have with the most people on. So I'm just going to put these on IH, and I'll be back here again in an hour. Alright guys, we're back here at the hub once again. The auctions have all ended, and we got 1.3 million. 200k more than last time, actually, like almost exactly 200k more, which was perfect. We got a lot more people bidding 100k or closer to 100k this time at least. Like you see, some of these, didn't this one go for 57? That is really bad. But as you can see, we kind of averaged it out with these ones. This guy, 3 whatever numbers, bid like 100k on all of them. This guy actually bid 115k. I don't know why he outbid someone. Alright guys, we are back and it is the next day. Like I said, we were probably gonna have to do the rest of the hot potato books the next day. This is probably the worst the worst one we've gotten so far. Unless was the first one even worse actually? I'm not sure, but this one was not very good. Couple of them went for pretty cheap, like 60k is kind of cheap, like a lot of them went for 60k. Yeah, we really didn't do too good. Really kind of missed out on like 120k. But oh well, we'll just claim it all. And we are up to 3.5 million now. And we still have almost an entire backpack left. So I think that's almost 2 more times we can go through. So if we get a million each time, you know, we'll be good. Like we're probably gonna get around a million this time. And that will be take us up to 4.5, and then we will still have the rest left. So yeah, hopefully we can make a lot of money here. I'm hoping to make at least a million, but I'm not too sure how that's gonna go. Alright guys, we're back here at the auction house again, obviously, and this time, like I predicted, we did sell for 1.2 million, almost 1.3 actually. Got some pretty good, a lot of the same guys I guess bid on them, so that was awesome. We'll just collect that, and we have 8 more. Yep, 8 more books to sell, and we only need like 300k to make our profit back. So within these, within 3 books, we should make some. So we should make about like 500k profit, maybe a little bit more, hopefully. But we'll see. Anyways, I'm just gonna put these on for the auction for another hour, and we'll be back to see what we made in total. Alright guys, it is the next day and all of the auctions have ended. I actually did collect the last batch of auctions, the last 8 we had on stream, so I wasn't able to record that part because there's some copyrighted audio. But we made 617,500 from the last, I believe, from the last 8, so that we didn't do too good there. But like I said, I was on stream, so I didn't have a chance to send my auctions, or advertise my auctions like I usually do. I tend to advertise my auctions, oh my gosh, at the last like 10 minutes, usually a little bit before the last 10 minutes maybe, but around there. Then I kind of like to do it at 5 minutes if they're not really having a bidding war or anything, because then people will usually start to bid on it. And then even if they're not going for a good price, then I'll advertise at the last 2 minutes as well. And usually they will go for around a pretty average price by then. But as I said, we bought the stack of baked potatoes for 5.4 million. I'm not sure how much they go for right now. I'm just gonna go check that out quickly. But I would say, oh, I have something in the auction there. But I would say if you could get them for 4.5 million or around there, you would probably make a decent amount of money. Yeah, so they're going for 5 million still, pretty average price, I would say. But like you might be able to 4.6 because no one's really gonna bid 5.2 million, I would say. So you're probably going to be able to, yeah, 4.5 million. Someone might outbid you, but for the most part, you probably won't get outbid. If you bid 4.4, you're probably going to get outbid, but if you bid 4.5, I'm guessing you'll probably be fine. Another thing is you guys could definitely make more money than I did if you sell at peak hours. If you guys don't know what peak hours are, just kind of check. I mean, there might be a website or something. I don't know. I always just go into the lobby and check how many players are online. Right now, it's about an hour after peak hours. For me, it's 4 o'clock right now. Peak hours are usually around 3 o'clock, I'd say. A little bit after when everyone gets off of school, I would say, in America. So, in my opinion, those are peak hours. And, I mean, you can always just check if you don't really know exactly when peak hours are by just checking the lobby, like, you know, kind of remembering what times you checked and seeing how the amount of players are on. I mean, it'll obviously vary. Like I said, a lot of people are in school still, so there's a lot of school activities going on, so every day it might not be the same. So I would just kind of check it out, maybe, you know, check how many players are online before you auction anything. And you can also do the disconnect and go here, but I don't know, this number really doesn't have anything to do with it, I would say, because, you know, look how many games there are. I mean, obviously Skyblock is the most popular, but, you know, still doesn't really have that much of an effect, I guess. But anyways, I would say we made a decent amount of money. We made like 400k. I don't know if it's really worth it. I mean, we really didn't have to do any work. You just kind of put up the auction houses. You just kind of throw up some stuff in the auction and advertise a couple times and call it good. So it's a very easy strategy. Also very easy for new players. I would suggest this is probably a good method for early game players who are trying to get maybe their first like dragon set, or I guess 5 million is enough to buy like an AOTD already almost, but if you're just trying to make a little bit extra money. But yeah. Anyways, I would say if you were buying at 4.5 million, you're gonna make about $1.5 million every time. I just wasn't able to get one for 4.5, and the market was a little bit higher back then, so yeah, it was kind of a little bit different. But now, I would say 4.5 if you can, 4.4 if you really want to try to lowball and make as much money as you can. But I would say 4.5 is going to be your best bet, and put it up for an hour and advertise like 2 or 3 times closer to the end of the auctions. I recommend advertising once at the beginning of the auction, just to get a couple bids on it, and then bidding. Whoa, someone just left the guild. Said goodbye. Interesting. But I would recommend advertising closer to the end, because that is when most people are going to be looking to buy, actually. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy and want to see more, definitely leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.